This should be a map that they should ideally be able to lock down, but Orgless with like momentum off of that last little map. I mean, can he still hit shots like that? Can Infinite still perform like he was before? Because if so, like Cloud9 are gonna have such a tough time dealing with him.
Well, at least in terms of what we actually have in terms of statistics, it is still a 5-map streak for Cloud9 on this map. So they are playing well on it, beating MV. I think they beat Copenhagen Flames on it, MV again. Like they've had a few matches, so we'll see if they are going to be able to perform. It's going to be a connector push. There are 3 CTs waiting for this. Yay, I don't think he's going to be checked, but they do actually clear the angle. Wardell just looking to try and scurry away, but he's being hunted. Just about gets around the corner, but not for long. Now left all onto Subros. There's so many players pushing his way. This pistol is over. FNS 1 versus 4. He won't even see Floppy run around the corner. A great start from Cloud9. I think exactly what they needed going into this second map.
Yeah, as much as I talk about Infinite and his performance in the last map, we can kind of talk about the opposite for Floppy, because he didn't have the greatest of games on Nuke. He's already 2-0 at the moment with that pistol round alone, and he's such a integral part in Cloud9 winning games when he starts to perform. I think this is gonna be a map that's should be right up his alley, especially if he's able to finally hit that stride they're looking for. I mean, we do have a third map of Inferno if we do get there, but obviously that's still a long ways away at the moment. Big stack of the CTs in towards middle with Orgless. Haven't really spotted anyone just yet. Haven't had the chance to fire off a couple of shots just yet, but they're gonna see it. JT comes around the side. Birthday party. Say surprise. And that's a quick round here for Cloud9 again.
Yeah, only a single kill coming up in the previous round, of course. Other than that, it's been completely clean. But this is where the early buy comes up for Orgless. It's not going to be perfect. There'll be pieces missing. A couple of players investing into head armor just because they're worried about that Mac 10. And, of course, the Galils. Does mean that utility is actually fairly minimal, and also they don't have a kit, so they're gonna need to basically just win this out like they were winning the rounds on Nuke clean. And on the T side, they do still have enough money that they will be able to get a buy in the next round, so this can be considered a bit of a bonus for them. 2 players initially out towards long for Orgless. Have left Banana fairly open. It means this wraparound through the connector from the T's could gain them quite a bit of space. Infinite has rotated in. It leaves their B site a little bit understaffed at the moment. With the current position of the T's, they might have got this, well, at least fairly right.
And with Infinite just hearing them running, Wardell could easily push in behind for the flank, but waiting for more of, that commitment. So let's be very careful of connector. They even flank around behind towards long. Are they even going to check it? Seems like they will. Subro's not able to get enough damage in, only able to, I think, get Modem low on HP there. But they didn't expect Wardell, who does return it at least back into their favor with a one-for-one trade. Gonna get Modem most likely as around the corner, but gonna cost him his life, as doesn't expect more players to be there. And now it's down to a 2-on-2 with, well, Yay back towards CT spawn. FNS looking to rotate if they need it. 30 seconds, and easily the bomb could head back towards the B site. And it seems to be going that way.
CT side really don't want to retake. That would be a pretty poor scenario for them. I wonder if Archie could be far enough forward to actually hear the door open. Seems like FNS has heard it, so that will at least give them a play back onto the B side. The T's are already going to have crossed. Bomb will be planted by Floppy with only seconds to spare, but it's enough still. Now left into a 2 versus 2, no kit, barely any utility. The boo's going to be spotted, and Floppy instantly takes his head off. A 3k for him already in this round, and Yay going to be left all on his lonesome. Does manage to at least get past. Floppy actually starts reloading, but he still gets the shot off in time. A 4k from him. I think he's already done more in this map than the whole of the last.
Yeah, 6 kills for him. I still say that boost like hardly ever works on a retake. I feel like if anyone's looking towards that position on the, not even that position, like towards heaven, towards graffiti, they're gonna spot it out. And if you don't get that shot off first, it's just gonna cost you that chance. But with Floppy being on 6 kills, like sometimes there's not much you can do when he's hitting shots like that. Like you said, he even had the reload and still gets the shot off anyways. So Orgless now back on the pistols. You do have Subrosa with some body armor, no kit, but just the one flashbang. Gonna be on Mordell, and it looks like he's trying to set them up over towards Monster. Infinite even in towards the middle, looking over towards Birthday Party, as they do have a little bit of a stack here. Cloud9 have been playing so slow, and we've been seeing like how much real estate technically Orgless have been giving C9. And look at that shot in out of Infinite. Yeah, not gonna rescue the weapon, but still gives them the man advantage at least.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna run through and hop ahead. Of course, this is a round where CT only have some pistols. They're finding out little pieces of information as they go, but Infinite is the only man defending this A site at this point. You can see Wardell potentially starting a rotation, especially now spotting the second player, but this is more of a ruse being thrown out by Modem. The rest of the team is starting to build into the B site, but there hasn't been much of a rotation. Sure, they pulled away Wardell, but there's still two players in the form of FNS and Ye. Right on that close angle, peeking out, not going to get anything, and now FNS with everything to do. They're blind, he chooses his shot, but unfortunately it is only going to be the one. And only the 2 kills total. Cloud9, well, looking flawless so far, 4-0. Now the CT side, I would say get their first proper buy. A double up setup straight in for Ye and Wardell. Lots of utility. Even a few kits along the way. But on the other side, the T's have already built up quite a bank. So this is going to be tough for Orgless to break.
Yeah, and this is where they need to put their foot down as well. Like, they need to make these double ops work. If they don't, such a big investment, you know, netting them almost nothing. Obviously, depends on how many kills they do get in this round. Not going for any aggressive peeks in towards middle, however. Do have Ye over towards short with his AWP. Wardell over towards bathrooms with his AWP. And OC is going to be watching for any sort of boost up in middle. So definitely taking their time here. And it seems to be the game plan for Cloud9. Even with the 5-man stack they had in towards connector and pistol round. Still took their time to actually push in. And then stormed completely over the site once they got those first kills. But a big investment out of players from the CT side of Orgless, keeping 3 on the A site.
So, about to come under pressure. This is the classic AWPing spot. Maybe a little bit more aggressive, I guess you could say. Got Infinite trying to keep an eye on long, but from a very passive position. Of course, with the aggression into toilets, the CT side actually going to have a fairly good spot as long as he can stay alive. Bomb going to be retrieved. He's, of course, with the fast rotations available, going to be able to push away Floppy. He's not even needing vision of his opponent at this point. Luckily, Wardell is there for a trade, but been somewhat left out to dry. And with 25 seconds left, the T's actually going to try and switch things up. So they are. Sonic is going to catch FNS. The flashbang timing kind of threw him off a little bit. Ye's still going to be here, and the clock really is ticking. The idea, try and stop him, try and deny the bomb, but Floppy is just flying at the moment. I still think he hasn't even died yet. 9-0 as he goes running into the site. Once again, they get the bomb down in the nick of time, and Infinite, well, he's at least killed the flanker. He was the star of the show in the last half. Now he tries to be it in this round.
Modem had a good flank around. Kill off the player CT with the op. Again, the big investment. Infinite. He's got so much work still left to do. 2 players got an op trade on him, got Floppy trade on him, and Floppy is just not missing shots. 10-0. 3 kills for him in that round. And Cloud9, 5-0. Looking like a completely different team than what we saw on Nuke.
Yeah, by the looks of it, just not the map for them at the moment, but Overpass is looking like a completely different story. Started on the T side, they've been utterly dominant. They're building up a lot of cash. Of course, it does help when one of your players hasn't even died. Sonic hasn't had much to do. He's got 2 kills and 1 death. Just basically having a wander around the map, exploring Overpass a little bit. CTs trying again with a gamble stack into the connector. The majority over on the A site and just leaving Ye alone. As we mentioned before, it's some pretty neat pistol kills facing off against EG. Sure, they'd love some in this round.
No chance for you to even get a single shot off there. I think if you're Orgless, you just save these pistols on the armor. There's no point to commit. No kit. No real chance to take this site back. Maybe look for an exit kill or 2, but you have to worry about Modem with Mac 10 looking for money, and he's able to at least farm up 1 kill. Tough times for Orgless. I mean, they really haven't had too many buy rounds. The double ops just did not work out for them with a great flank out of Modem. Cheeky little flashbang. And back in towards T-spawn. No chance for Waddell to hit that shot, and it looks like Cloud9 not going to lose a single member on this. Clean round.
Maybe the last 2 players might be able to steal something away. Oh, Modem's just running in. It's just like, I want those kills. Those eco frags are mine.
He had a back 10, right? So
yeah, of course.
Nothing to lose there.
I'm sure he's screaming down there, TeamSpeak. Just wrecking eardrums at the moment.
I'm going in!
Definitely one of the loudest players I think I've ever heard. Especially when things are going well, but I think it's a tougher task to be loud while things are going bad. I imagine that would only annoy people. Once again, fast, aggressive plays into this B site. At the moment, there's been nothing that can stop Cloud9. Well, except maybe a few of Ryan's tweets. I'm sure those could stop Cloud9. Those could stop anything. His optimism is enough to shut anything down, but at the moment, Motten is just running at it. 2 entries for him already. JT going to chime in with another, leaving Subrosa to try and be a hero, and he does a decent job. Wardell is too far away to try and capitalize it, and while it is the Modem and Floppy show at the moment, a race for first place. Floppy has unfortunately had his first death, so it's not going to be a flawless half, but they're still keeping it flawless in terms of the scoreline. A 7-0 start for Cloud9 on the T side of their map choice. Can't really hope for anything more.
It all started with a good timing on TA. Like, he was flashed up, kind of in a Molotov. The Modem rounds the corner with a headshot to open things up. It seemed to have them just read really well. Like, their executions, their assisting with flashbangs to open up actual fights has been stupendous. Obviously, Floppy, you can't count him out with the amount of kills he's been able to get so far. He even seems like he has like a sixth sense. Like, that spray through the smoke over towards Banana a couple of rounds ago. I was just really curious how he got that, considering I didn't even notice there was a player in there and I've got X-ray. He seems to be playing on a whole nother level. He actually is not even leading the charge for his team. Motive's passed him with 12 kills. You got OC at 1. You talked about Sonic. He's still only at 2. I mean, right now, Modem has almost more kills than the entirety of Orgless.
Not going great. Even more dominant than what we saw in the start from Orgless on Nuke. And this is the thing with Overpass. It is sort of called a CT-sided map, but you just can't get anything going. Just these rushes into the B site are so tough to stop. Luckily, yay, Subrosa. They finally come to life, but there's still nothing to stop Floppy. He's finally going to be put down. That's something. Yay with the pistols once again. And now OC, he has to come to life if they're going to keep this streak going. Of course, it's the pistols. It's a stack on the B side that works for Orgless. And yay, a P250 is enough to net him 3 kills.
Yeah, the rotation was there, right? Like, before, they would usually see Cloud9 get on the site before Orgless had, all 5 members in the vicinity, or at least the 2-3 players playing towards the A site. But they quickly rotate through connector and get there in time to just overwhelm them on the site. But that's like a high-risk thing. Like, if Cloud9 actually, fake that, and the rotation comes in too early, you put all your eggs in one basket, you could look at yourself as losing that round. And there we go. Waddell pushes up. How did Subrosi get an assist off that? Was there a nade?
Yeah, maybe they throw a common Molotov that lands on ramp. It might have done a bit of damage, or the nade over the top.
Yeah.
Even still, I don't think it made much of a difference. Just gets wrecked by the AWP anyway. Gotta hope for Orgless' sake that this is where they finally start to build into this one. They stop the storm that have been Cloud9. Still, Danger Men are still standing. That flashbang on point. Modem gonna get a very easy kill, but Wardell still standing. The AWP in this close angle once again. Floppy's just going to peek in. That's an easy kill for him. No trade coming. Wardell's looking to do it all. 4 kills already for him in this round, and Sonic will eventually put him down. Quick flick. There's a man close on the angle. Infinite likely to let him get away. Gonna be setting up a smoke. Yeah, he's Infinite's just waiting around the corner. A second round. Fantastic from Wardell. Now, well, there's still enough money to continue to buy at least for this round, but the bank of Floppy's actually going to have to bail them out.
He's him and Modem 13 kills between each. Let's say between the two. That's not even right. He's got 26 between the two. They are rocking the server at the moment. We're gonna see the double up though for Waddell and Sub Rosa, or sorry, Yay. Waddell's able to push and do some serious work in the last round, as we did see. OC though, gotta punish Sub Rosa as he tries to push out long. I'm not sure why he's out there by himself. Maybe trying to read into the way Cloud9 have been playing, since there hasn't really been too much pressure towards long. Unless it came through bathrooms.
Looking to gather up. What's going on? FNS is going to be able to find one. He's done a lot of damage, and actually it looks like the full T-Force is going to rotate back in his direction. The issue is, Ye is actually going to be here on his own. He has the AWP. The first shot is going to go his way. JT's gone. Flashbangs over the top will leave him blind. They've got to be careful for FNS. Is still lurking in Monster. A shot here from Ye. Surely we'll get a close one. What a shot to close out Modem. A headshot with the AWP at close range. And Orgless, well, they're getting through these rounds, but they're having to pull out a few stylish plays to do it.
Well, finally, that economy, that bank has been broken. Cloud9 with just the deagles across the board. I don't know how Ye hits those. I actually do like, by the way, how kind of FNS, after he gets that first kill, he pushes out Monster, or like towards, I guess, T-spawn side. So he's basically protecting Monster, so Ye only has to focus on that one angle from short. Really helps alleviate a lot of pressure off of him so he can hit, you know, a couple of the shots. But you can't ever expect repeat shots like that to happen, especially the quick scope on the Modem. The no scope, I should say. It seems like Orgless have caught on to the way Cloud9 are playing. I almost want to see... Oh my god. FNS, he jumped gun.
But yeah, I get what you mean. I don't find it, like, even just, like, clutch situations and...
Are you dropping frames?
Anything like that. Nope.
Frames down.
Oh, it's not on my end. Not T-side. Gonna try and break back after a bit of a hiatus. Gonna be Ye watching down Monster. AWP, a bit of a risky angle to take. He's gonna get the freebie shot. No counter available just yet. Another one actually coming up. There's a little bit of a gap, and it's worked in his favor. T's trying to execute in the meantime. He's gonna run through the flames and take a fair share of damage, but gonna have to be Floppy. Try and be the hero. He's got OC alongside him, taking nade damage left, right, and center. Just going to be coming down. Sub Rosa cleans it up, and whoa, Orgless, their streak continues. It was 7 rounds in a row for Cloud9. Now 5 back for Orgless.
Sorry, I'm back with you. Looks like everything has been sorted. Yeah, 7-5. Cloud9 after their streak of 7 rounds straight. Just something seemed to have clicked within Orgless' side. They've been able to stop the aggressive plays. They've been able to, I guess, stop getting caught up by a lot of the utility. I think that's one thing that, I think back to the Cloud9, well, when they're in this ATK during Pro League, that I really like to see was they were really good at assisting each other with flashbangs to open up kills. And we saw that, you know, thinking back to the one round Ye was trying to peek in towards short while he was blinded up in a Molotov. They were able to facilitate these entry kills extremely well. But I think Orgless been able to, I guess, prevent that from happening now. Not really seeing them getting caught out in the open too much. I guess we can talk about Sub Rosa maybe and a couple rounds prior where he pushed out long, but they still won the round anyways. And now Cloud9 just back to the pistols and armor. They do have the utility though. They even have a Mac 10 for modem, but this is getting troubling times. They need to, I just think for the sake of the team, be able to take at least the first half victory here. There's no way you go up 7-0 and then lose 8 straight and go into the second half like, yeah, guys, we got this, right? You know, that's such a big mental hit.
And I think that is something that, as we've said, we've seen in the past that does affect this team. Although we did also see them come back versus G2. Now this is a fast play in. Ye is going to kick things off. FNS not expecting Modem to just go diving into the ball behind him, and Sonic has found another. The flank is still coming, however. It could be tough. I like the positioning though. They've got aggressive in towards Graffiti. JT going to be lurking in the back lines. The only worry is the push coming in from behind. I think that's going to be the tougher to hold on to. Infinite is going to be leading that charge. Modem looking to try and spot onto him, but not finding anything just yet. They're going to look to try and clear out this back corner. They succeed. Modem still holding the rifle. Infinite needs to make his move, but he goes down to Floppy as well. And now it's left all onto Wardell, and there's nothing he could do. Cloud9 take a round from absolutely nothing. And just as they left the scoreboard, they come back in, well, interesting fashion.
But again, the round was Modem rushing forward, someone giving him a flashbang, Ye being blinded up, they kill him, they take the site. Like, this is how Cloud9 have been so successful in so many of these rounds, just getting these early flashbangs off and then the push in. It seems like Orgless just aren't really looking the right direction. I mean, they did obviously the last 5 rounds, they won. They were preventing that from being such a major factor. But again, Cloud9 looking to push straight towards B yet again, it seems. Maybe held off towards Monster with the smokes being thrown down, though. And look how aggressive Orgless have already gotten. Sub Rose is pushed up towards Fountain. They have a lot of information. They have a player inside connector as well. If Cloud9 take too long here, I'm assuming Orgless are going to start to push, and then the strat might be given up.
Oh, the smoke's too late. Yeah, he's going to have to just kill everybody off. It's left now just onto FNS. Not had the best of games so far. He does manage one. Spots out the head of Floppy. A second as well for FNS. He's buying a lot of time. In fact, he does it on his own. A triple kill from FNS. I won't lie. I didn't expect him to clutch that out versus 4 players. But he does it in style. Again, these rounds that are coming out from both sides just seem to have a hero. Like, you look at the scoreboards for either side, and it's skewed, to say the least. 17 kills for Modem. 15 for Floppy. Then OC only has 3. Like, 6 for Sub Rosa, 12 for Ye. It's all over the place. And it just seems to be who can pull out the biggest clutch play in the round is the one who's going to take it.
Especially when a majority of FNS's kills come from that last round alone, where those actually pushed up again. Looking for those early peaks, that early information they're able to get by how aggressive they were in towards Fountain, towards Connector as well. They helped save them in the round. They go for the challenge, and this is not a man I want to be challenging. Floppy. He gets the kill. Up to 16 down. Not first on his team, but still, that's a lot of kills to get. And again, you can see JT trying to set them up for a push in from Connector. Ye might get aggressive towards short. He gets the kill on the Sonic, so that equalizes things at 4 apiece and potentially gives the information that, hey, they're not heading towards B yet.
This allows them to completely change up their setup. Sub Rosa not expected in the corner. Now it's his turn to shine. It's just so many triple kills in this game. It doesn't even make sense anymore. I feel like neither of these teams have heard of trading. But it just doesn't go well. An 8-7 half. I'm going to need a moment, Jason, to catch my breath. So we're going to go to a short break in the halftime. But we'll be back to see if this is a 2-0 for Orgless or if Cloud9 will be able to conclude their early victory.
Look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are 2 hearts that beat in time, and the time was looking down all night. blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise. Look into my past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. I'll take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise.
But we are going to be getting back into the second half now, Jason. It ended relatively close, but started in a very dominant fashion for Cloud9. 7 rounds in a row before we saw anything from their opposition, but they did manage to bring it close in the end. They had a very strong T side when it came down to Nuke. I wonder if Orgless can recreate that here.
Well, pretty much Cloud9 doing exactly what Orgless did on the pissed around CT side, except with better success. Getting the 2 kills. Sabrosa does get 1. The B site can be open. Sabrosa, please. Don't tell me you're going to get a 3rd kill. He won't, as Motive swings a little bit wide to help out. And at least Wardell by himself against 3. And Sabrosa did open things up. The problem is the bomb. It's over towards Connector here, Tom. Wardell with a minute to go. How the hell does he clear this? How the hell does he get that bomb against the 3 players?
Well, at least he does have the mini raid boss. That's the only real saving grace. I think he's trying to be a little bit cheeky and slide off the wall. Nobody's peeking, though. This is smart from Cloud9. They don't need to take any risks here. They just need to basically stay in their little triangle of death, and the second he peeks in, not really going to stand a chance. 45 seconds at least, but any sort of rotation seemingly impossible at this point. JT likely to be the first point of contact, and the second he's spotted, that's where Modern will peak. So good work from Cloud9. Yeah, basically the exact same pistol we saw from Orgless, just the same players actually hitting their shots. So off to a flying start once again. Modern up to 20 kills already, with Floppy hot on his heels. It is those two really dragging the team through at the moment.
Yeah, I don't really care about them having 20 and 18. I'm more like, how does OC have 3 and Sonic have 5 and Cloud9 has 9 rounds? I guess I'm answering my own question because they have 20 and 18 kills, but still, like, it's insane to see that. I wonder what the scoreline would be if OC and Sonic were able to,
Mate,
you know, play on that same kind of level at the
someone
moment.
has to be setting them up with their flashbangs.
It's
Like,
true. I did say
Modern
that
running
they're
into
doing
the
that
site.
really well.
Speaking of setting up flashbangs, Wardell's going to try and pop them into middle. Through the smoke they go. There's no one here. They're going to be running straight towards Banana. This is where Modem should have a chance to pad those stats a little bit further. Of course, this round is a nothing round, really. You've got Sub Rosa on a Deeg, and that's it. Like, he's going to be given the chance with the extra bit of cash. Nice shot onto Modem. Okay, no stat padding for you. OC on the other hand, well, he might be the better man for the job. He's going to get two $1,200 made off the MP9. But this is still good for the T-Star. This is very good, in fact. 2 kills with very little invested. Chance for Infinite to make some extra cash. They're going to be coming up with a buy anyway. So if they can get rid of as many of these guns as they can, would set them up nicely. The push is going to be coming through, though. They have to be careful of this.
They have to be
The
quick.
timing could be everything. Infinite, he knows, he sees them, but then tries to set up the flashbang for his teammates moving in the other direction. He's making sound as they look to push onto Floppy and Sub Rosa. He's going to get the kill. Now they have the chance of the bomb plant. They have to try and get it in a safe position, but he's going back. This is smart from Sub Rosa. Going to go all the way back around towards the A site. He's pulled the rotation in, has the time for the bomb plant. They can try and fall back into more passive positions, give Infinite a bit more of a chance with the Dirty Deeg, which he's now been handed. This is such a successful round already. They're going to try and finish it off. Sonic, thankfully for Cloud9, is going to deny that. But even still, this is a huge success. $600 invested, 800 made per player, plus 2 kills, or 3 kills, sorry. 2 kills on Sub Rosa alone. Yeah, it's a great round.
I think Cloud9 get a little bit lucky with that, though. If someone died that had an M4 and gave that to Orgless, you play that M4 long range towards bathrooms, and you could potentially win that round. Lucky for them, it was only the SMG they did lose. And of course, OC doing the damage he did towards long helps a ton. But now we go into the AK buy up. They got the utility to support this. Again, Cloud9 going for a very aggressive play towards middle for that initial control. Smoke goes down. Nade comes in. Oh no, they actually throw it. They don't need to. OC's gonna get the kill at the op anyways. That's Sub Rosa now down. He's gonna get a chance to shoot off a single shot. And with that little bit of control now, Orgless have to clear so many angles. They're going to have to move so slow to get this position away. That's going to eat away a lot of the time on the clock.
It's an important round. They did very good work in the last to set them up for this one. Now they have to crush Cloud9. If they lose this one, sure, they'll have the loss bonus building up behind them. Even a bomb plant would be nice. FNS, he's caught Modem. Exactly what they needed. Now they've still got to be careful. OC is aggressive. That AWP. Gonna be lurking. We're seeing almost identical setups. I think that's the interesting thing. Like, I think it was either Sub Rosa or FNS who was I think it was Sub Rosa was getting aggressive around the banana, exactly the same way Modern was. And then we had Wardell in this exact position. Just a little bit more passive. This is all a fake, however. Nice shot from OC, but he's found things out. He's found the ruse as the remaining players are going to start to set up into this B site. Nice shot from Ye to snap back, but he can't quite get the second onto Floppy. And it's going to be Wardell trying to trade that kill, and he will. The push through, in fact, it's Infinite doing the damage. And now it's left all onto OC. The glass cannon AWP trying to save them here. It was a big investment into this round from Cloud9. Got a lot still to do with this AWP, and not a whole lot of time to do it. Doesn't have a kit available. And just trying to peek wide, try and spot out one of these players. But you can just see the shoulder peek coming in. And with the shot being missed, you almost have to wonder it might just be worth saving this gun. It's something for Cloud9, but it's an even better round for Orgless. A break back after losing the early players. A nice attempt from Floppy. But ultimately, Orgless have got their round, and Cloud9 are going to be struggling.
A little bit of vintage Infinite there from the nuke match. Like those 2 quick kills, especially the man on Heaven was amazing to let them get this round. Or I guess help them win the round, I should say. 7-10 though. Only 2 guns being saved up from the last round, but they still have the money to buy, obviously. And you look at Cloud9 side, the money's not there. OC, like you said, save the op. But the question that comes to, do they force up behind it? Looks like they will be, but can the op be as impactful as it needs to be in this round to get Cloud9 to 11?
It's definitely been quiet so far, but I would say T side of Overpass can be unkind for AWPers. The CT side, however, almost a paradise. I think it's where you see some of the best AWPers in the world actually shine. Nonetheless, I don't think he's going to have much of a chance here. They're going to be rushing in, 1 kill and done. There is still the SMG of Floppy, but that falls just as quickly. And FNS still holding for the rotations. He's going to catch one, but not the second. Means there's still opportunities here, but Modem maybe making the decision just to save that AK. He's gone. He's running like the wind. Just wants to keep that into the next round, and it will be something to play with. However, it does mean we're now going to get to a 9th, and that wasn't like an eco round, Jason. Like, for a round to be that quickly over and to invest all of your money into it does mean that the next round likely to be an eco. I don't think they'll force up behind this AK. I think they would have lost the plot a little bit if they did, and well, unless Modem can go ham, which he has been so far, it is going to be a scoreline equalization.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They had to force up anyways, right? Because the lost bonus is only on 1, so it's not like they've been able to buy if they did save.
No, it was the... Okay, someone just died to the bomb.
Yeah, he died. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the right decision to force, but of course it was a round where I think they kind of hoped to do a little bit more. I guess 3 players did end up dropping, but...
Bro, Tom, look at this. You got 2 players on Cloud9's side with 20 and 21 kills, and the rest of them aren't even above 10 yet. What's happening? I mean, I said this before, right? Like, Floppy and Modem are the ones to perform for the team, and when they can beat really good teams. But then you have the other 3 kind of being a little bit quiet. Like, this is pretty much exactly how this has gone. Floppy, again, yesterday, or not yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. They lost. He was top of the board at 69. Modem at 60 and OC at 52, like 1, 2, and 3. And that's kind of what we're seeing here yet again. Sonic and JT have kind of taken, I guess, the more supporty backseat role to the team. Which is kind of weird considering like they're the ones that like put this together, if I'm not mistaken.
The interesting thing as well is like you talk about like what previous roles Sonic has played. Like when it was a full South African team, I don't think there was any doubt he was the star player. He was the young up-and-comer. Even when he went into Envy, that they gave him the AWP over Nifty. Like they expected a lot from this guy. So maybe he has taken more of a backseat. I think I might be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure he said before that he doesn't consider himself the star in this team anymore. But he should still be putting up numbers, and I just am starting to wonder if maybe like his position in this team is not correct. Like if there's some adaptations they need to make, because he has been someone who's been able to put up numbers in the past. So I don't know what's changed. I don't know if it's something just mentality-wise where he's not able to play to the performance that he can. Maybe it is the role. But if it is just being down to 2 players having to drag you through a match, I think something needs to change, because I don't think there's any doubt that Sonic has the talent.
Maybe they're just so used to kind of playing the support role to set up Floppy and Modem, like with the flashbangs like we've been talking. Oh, Infinite. Nice little prediction there. It does take Floppy and Sonic down. But yeah, maybe that's kind of the play styles that they're used to. Just, all right, let's flash in for Floppy, flash in for Modem, let them be the entry fraggers. But either way, I'd agree. You can't depend on 2 players to always be the ones to carry you through matches. Kind of sadly what we've been seeing even back in the Pro League days when we were casting Season 9. Just generally been about those 2. Looking like another clean round here for Orgless. Oh my god, it's the Rose. He hears it like, wait a minute. I heard that. OC's trying to escape. Only has the USP, so it's not really a big loss if he does die. I would imagine I could chase this down, but they might boost in to see it though. There you go.
Okay.
But at least they're keeping the AK from Modem alive, and they even get JT one as well. And I don't know if they're necessarily gonna be able to chase this down in time as they're coming from connector. It's gonna be Sabrosa probably with the biggest chance. Oh, that's dirty. It's only 1 AK saved, but still, they can buy up anyways. The AK would have been nice for the extra utility, but still, all tied up now at 10 apiece.
He got 2 kills there, both completely through walls. Like, sure, he did technically see one of them by jumping over, but he shot him through the door, then through the wall, and then through the wood at the end. Subrosa, someone check his mouse. That was that was unreal. Of course, just common spam spots for anybody who is genuinely questioning that. Here we go. That is not the start they were looking for. FNS gonna win the opening duel. Chance for JT to spam a little bit, but the 2 damage he gets in return is quite worth the life of his teammate. I think the difference as well is with Orgless at the moment, again, it's just everybody on the board. Like, everybody's had their moments. Everybody's been able to frag. Like, Wardell's had some high impact moments. He's got the least kills on his team with 11. OC, this will be a time to come alive. As said, on the CT side, I expect a lot more from him. The T side, Orping, I can forgive. Can definitely forgive that. He has had his moments, but Wardell is still kicking. He's going to get rid of Floppy, and the aggression onto short now leaves the B site completely open. Rotation has come in from Sonic. Looking to try and take some shots from above, but he's gone before he can do anything. Tries to take the fight and will lose it. At least JT does manage to drop the bomb. So he's bought his teammates some time.
Oh,
but
no.
He's going to
You
get
don't do
wrecked.
that. That's a smoke and a flashbang, Wardell. You're not supposed to hit shots like that. Dear Lord.
In a 1v3 now. He's just hoping for someone to make a mistake, and look at... Does not want to let him save this AWP. They're just throwing out some counter utility just to try and hold him in position. They don't even really need to push this at all, because FNS is going to be wrapping around the corner. You'd normally expect him to just go for long. That's normally the more common. Now he is expected, but again, everything just seems to be coming up for Orgless. Straight through the wall, headshot onto OC. AWP gone, money gone. CT side, it's a save.
What is going on here? Like, even seeing FNS as they start to push in towards the B site, he actually just backs away. He lingers back to go for the rotate. I guess he had the confidence that they'd be able to take the site. I was a little bit worried for a second, but then again, look at them starting to hit these shots. Again, it's just the whole team performing well. Like, the highest is 17, the lowest is 13. On the other side, highest 23, lowest 7. Quite a big discrepancy between both sides. Looks like Cloud9 is just going to go for a big play over towards short, trying to rush 4 players there. Ye's going to get caught out. Sonic doesn't even see him. His Floppy's going to steal away the kill. 8 comes through, though, and they do rescue the AK, but that... I'm kind of surprised at the same rate to not see Orgless just rush straight towards A, realizing, well, there's like 3-4 players pushing us in towards water. Maybe they're worried about the connector play, as now Cloud9 rotating back towards CT spawn. A little bit of CT around the world.
Damage in this round. There's a possibility here. A 2 versus 2. FNS still going strong, and it's left on to Modem. Probably the player you'd want at the moment. 24, 15, 98 ADR. Imagine that may have even gone up a little bit. Find a peek over the top. He's going to hear the bomb being planted. And normally you'd want to spam this position, but it doesn't matter. FNS is going to get the triple. Orgless now with a streak of 5 rounds in a row, but that was still a good round. You take it in isolation, it was only a few pistols. They force a lot of rebuys. Like, the T-side money mostly remains on Wardell and FNS. The rest have had to spend the majority of it, so more of a chance for Cloud9 to at least break their economy and build back into their CT side, and this is where they need to do it. They've got the AWP, they've got all their utility kits on everyone except OC. Gonna go again for this aggressive incendiary. Of course, it's quite a common play. It does at least waste a smoke. Lots of grenades being thrown onto Infinite at the moment. They really want to try and challenge for the connector in the early portion of the round, but the CT's actually just going to sit passive now, falling back towards the site. OC just trying to peek to see if anybody does wrap around the banana. And in the meantime, the T's just sat back in a bit of a default, with Sub-Rose probing a bit towards B. Actually gets dinked through the wood.
It's crazy knowing you had basically no information and still hit Sub-Rosa for that much damage. Quick little update for you guys as well. It looks like Triumph did manage to beat Genji on map 2, so it's going to a map 3 over on the C stream. Still got EG up against 100 Thieves happening on the main stream, but stay here because obviously you want to watch us. Well, maybe not us. You want to watch the teams play.
I don't have my camera on. I don't know about you.
Oh, I'm multi-streaming. I thought we were doing my free cams at the same time.
Oh, God.
And now we're gonna see Orgless. Looks like they start to group up towards A. I like the boost, but they don't catch OC with the kill. He actually does manage to escape this one. Information's gonna be there as well. The rotation's gonna be coming through from CT spawn side. Infinite gonna get the kill on the OC, so finally able to punish him. Looking good to push into the site. Comes down to JT and Modem to be the ones to hold on to this for now. But there you go. JT gets the first. That's FNS now down and out. So Rose gonna take out Modem. It's looking good for Orgless' side. thing is, South Africans are still alive. The South Africans are still fighting. We called them out earlier on. They're able to push back into the site, and Floppy closed out the last kill, and Cloud9 finally stopped the rot here. After losing the last 5 rounds straight, they do finally take a round.
JT able to hold on. I think OC as well was a little bit hard done by there. I think he hit a couple of tanks with the AWP through the walls, so leaving some of the T-side players low. They do finally break back onto the board, and exactly when they needed to. And I like the fact that they're taking the pause, giving the coach a chance to talk things over with the rest of the team, slow things down a little bit, maybe calm the storm. They're only 1 round behind. It's only because they started so strong that this seems like a bit of a daunting prospect. 12-11 on the CT side of this map is really not bad at all for Cloud9. They could definitely drive this home. But it will come down to some other players on the scoreboard stepping on. We saw it in that round. JT came alive. Had some support from OC and Sonic as well. They can start to rise to the occasion. There is nothing stopping them from taking this to a 3rd and final map and potentially even winning the series. Of course, well, there's one thing stopping them is Orgless, who are still currently in the lead.
More importantly, we should mention both teams without a victory so far within the EU group. EG beating Orgless, Triumph beating Cloud9.
One of those was expected.
Yeah. The Rosa looking to push in from short, though. He's gonna have Sonic to fight against it. He does get the kill. That leaves B-side a little bit light here. It looks like JT back towards Graffiti. He gets naded up, and I like this. With a minute left, Orgless, they don't pounce on that fact. They don't rush straight into the B site. They take that kill. They keep that man advantage, and now they're looking to rotate back towards A. Keep Cloud9 guessing in the direction they do want to head towards.
It's actually the molly that goes onto B short as well, so it sort of catches them off, because if they did want to try and quick rotate behind them, they can't get to the connector yet because it slowed them down. I like that. If they did want to go A, it would have bought them a little bit of extra time, and also still keeps players on the B side. The only worry is the aggression coming out from Floppy, but at the same time, Modem, he's caught.
I don't know how OC gets that shot after unscoping due to timing. Flashbangs, everything being thrown into the A side as they want to commit towards this. OC's eventually going to fall, though, and JT's the one rotating back in towards CT. And the flank comes in, but Wardell quickly shuts that down. Floppy, who had so many kills in the first half, has gone quiet. Now JT just trying to survive, maybe trying to keep this M4 because he still has 3 players left to go. No kick currently on him. Orgless are completely set up for a hold anyways.
Luckily, well, I say luckily at this point, not really, but the CT side do have the loss bonus. That's it. That's about the only silver lining I've got. 2,900 will be going into their accounts. Still not really going to net them a buy. T-side finances aren't great either. Not going to survive the 3 players. JT just happy to hold on to that AK, and you can see, like, their money's on the brink of something, but in reality, they do still have to wait for the next round to get a purchase onto the board. JT will try and do something impressive in this round. Now, they've not been bad in anti-eco rounds. I think the ideas that team or he's been coming up with have not necessarily been bad ones. He's going to be throwing a lot of men towards mid early on, maybe knowing that this is going to be an anti-eco, so just looking to try and group up, looking to try and play this as a full squad. He's actually planning to try and flash his team into mid. I wonder if they've heard all the footsteps, because this is amazing. They're just all running through long. I don't think I've seen something like this in quite a while, and they've gone back the other way. Oh, it couldn't be worse.
They ran to the very far side of long as well to make sure that the footsteps could not be heard. Sonic turns around and gets the one dig onto Ye. Wardell's going to be watching the back, and he spots out the first. That's OC now down. Again, it is pretty much an eco, but still, they're trying to punish him economy-wise. Sonic quite can't hit the shots, unfortunately. J2, who does have the AK, he's not really able to get any kills just yet. Infinite, there's a man pushing through the smoke, eventually able to take down Floppy, but still, it's a 3-on-3, and considering the situation, Cloud9 are doing a damn good job to give them a chance in this round. Screw the chance. They could take it right here.
Yeah, this is winnable. They're trying to bait in some Rosa. He's going to be able to get the first kill. Now knows it's into the 1 versus 1. He's going to peek versus Sonic. And it's just going to come down to the timing. I don't think he has it. That is heartbreaking. I said it just at the beginning of this round. They've been very good in their anti-ecos. Well, the only thing better than that is actually winning the round. Still, the bomb plays a big part as Orgless are going to get their 14th. But just look at the damage. This is it. This is the moment. Of course it is. It's 14-11. Cloud9 win here. They not only get a round, but they also break the economy of Orgless. If they don't, well, they'll have the loss bonus to dry their tears, but it will be map and series point to Orgless.
Infinite saying, dude, that truck is invincible. As they're trying to shoot too Optimus and he couldn't quite get the kill. But yeah, that was such a big round because the economy has been kind of shattered for Orgless. Luckily, they got the bomb down and still got that many kills to pull it into a one-on-one. It's a little bit of extra money to use, but things are getting tough for them. Wardell opens things up on the B side. They might look to pick up the pace as it's Floppy to look to defend over towards Monster, but he's been flashed out. Infinite with the great timing on that one. And there's one person left. It's going to be JT towards water. The rotations have not come through. If JT can't get more kills, I think they just have to save these weapons, but he does. He gets himself to the bombs down. He's buying time for the rotations to come through. They can't quite close this out. OC, I don't even know where that kill came from, but it came in nonetheless. And just like that, it's down to a 2-on-2. Bomb going to go down. And Modem looking to push up. Wardell going to be covering off his teammate, though. Don't tell me he pushes the smoke. Oh, my God. Again, the flashbang setting him up perfectly. Oh, my God. And OC had his sights directly on where Wardell was going to be. So well done by Cloud9. If JT doesn't get those 2 kills, that would have been it. That would have been the round.
Oh, yeah, we spoke about the players stepping up. JT is maybe not necessarily the one we'd expect, but he's been doing great work in a lot of the holds that they've had. Of course, calling at the same time, and oh, they've done it. They've destroyed the CT economy, so there really can't be much here for Orgless. They'll get $1,900 into the next round anyway, so they would have a buy, and by the looks of it, they're just going to invest absolutely nothing. So a Deagle, well, in fact 2, picked up in the end. 2 Molotovs. That's interesting. Normally you see the first one throw, but they throw a second just so they really can't go anywhere. Even running through it, they're going to get stuck. Wardell's going to take a lot of damage. This is a round that Cloud9 want to keep squeaky clean. Don't allow any kills. Definitely don't allow any weapons to fall into enemy hands, and that's a perfect start. Modem to get the initial kill. He's normally the aggressor. Going to continue to be dominating the toilets. Eagle will be picked up for Ye. Don't like there's going to be much coming of it, though. He's also going to drop the bomb further and further forward. Modem, he's just looking to try and ace this. It's not going to be the case, as it will be stolen away, but that's exactly what Cloud9 needed. A flawless round. 4 kills coming up from Modem, getting him pumped and back on the scoreboard once again after a bit of a break. He's now up to 29 kills. They are still around behind, and of course, as mentioned, the T's are coming back in force.
Well, Floppy, unfortunately, he's fallen off in this match. He had, like, what was it, 21 kills at the end of the first half? And now he's only on 24 at the moment, but Modem's just carried the weight for him. JT, OC, Sonic have all stepped up as well. They were all below double digits, but here we got the boost coming in. Subrosa doesn't spot it. He doesn't see them staying up there. Eventually, he's going to rat off some shots to prevent the boost from killing anyone, but still, that could have been a kill coming through, and he also catches Sonic through the wood. Cloud9 have to keep their composure here. You can see JT trying to play anti-flash. You have Floppy there to help cover him off. Only one player on the A side at the moment. Orgless are just hoping Cloud9 walk out. They're hoping they give him a kill, and Sonic doesn't get blinded up, so he gets the first kill from that one. The Rose is going to fall. Now the 2 players trying to push in towards Monster. Again, force back. Great flashbangs to keep them at bay. So Orgless, you have to play that man down.
Really looking to try and find a way back into this round. It's so passive from the CT side. OC all the way back on the site. He's got Modem to support him. They'll take a look towards long, as there have been a couple of pushes in that direction coming out from Orgless. Worry for them is, again, their loss bonus is very low, so this round does slip away from them. Could be in real trouble. Wardell Into trying to find a face with the AWP. Flashbang's going to be going through. Seems to work out, but Sonic is going to be getting the entry. Infinite and Ye, however, have found a couple back. Ye looking to continue the push. Bomb is going to be picked up by Wardell. They're all coming in from similar angles, though. There's no flank available for the CT side. They're looking to just play this one together. JT looks for the angle, hits the headshot as well, dropping Wardell in the end. Now it's left on to Infinite and Ye. Infinite already low, but he sprays down one. His teammate's gone. He has to do it all on low HP, and it's just not going to be happening. 14-14. Cloud9 will equalize. And once again, even with the bomb plant, Orgless are going to be left in an awkward situation. A force buy would not be pretty here. And a save would give, or likely give, Cloud9 map point.
Feels so bad for Ye, too. He was sitting inside a bank just waiting for OC to walk up the stairs. The second OC's teammates walk out of CT spawn, he turns to help fight them because OC hasn't peeked yet. OC comes around the corner, kills them off. So he wasn't able to help assist, and that wins him the round there. All tied up, like you mentioned. The force coming in for Orgless. Look at this. A scout, an ump, 2 Galils, an AK. A really shoddy buy coming through as they're up against the double op setup, and Orgless have to fight for every inch across this map. Real estate. Flashbang again, trying to set up Modem. They're really focusing a lot of flashes to allow Modem to be the playmaker like we saw on the retake or at the B side a couple rounds prior.
Oh, honestly,
Just trying
why
to take
not?
Yeah.
Why not? Set this man up. 29 kills. Buy from Orgless was risky. I guess, in their mind, a bomb plant here and probably get the AKs in the next round anyway. They can deny Cloud9 getting to map point. Of course, it has been 3 in a row for the CT side. Game really has gone in streaks. Smoke. Thrown over the top. It will give them deep, long control. The spot's been coming in. Sonic does get tagged, but minimal damage on Modem again. He hits his 30 bomb, but the trade comes in. Aggression actually coming out from OC. There's the free kill, and the bomb actually dropped, and he's expecting a repeat to come in from Ye. Shot not going to be missed. This man has come alive in the second half. 3 kills early on in this game, but he's got 13 since then. Make it 14 as Wardell is the only man left. Okay, he misses that shot. That could be forgiven, but his teammates are there to make sure it doesn't go any further. 15-14, no bomb plant for Orgless and Jason. This might be slipping away at the last second.
I think we're going the full way now. Unless somehow Orgless can pull this in overtime against the double offs. They haven't had a decent answer. I'm amazed to see OC be allowed to play this aggressive time and time again like this around the restrooms. But it's been working out for him. And again, Modem, like, he doesn't expect the second player to push through the smoke, so they catch him off guard. Ye trying to do a cheeky little jump around to dodge away from the shot out of OC. And what do they do here? They got some deagles, they have some AKs. The utility is extremely light. I don't know, what did it say on your overlay? Did it say bad?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Okay.
I would.
Well, not great.
Yeah,
we'll go that.
It's definitely not. It's not green, that's for sure.
For Cloud9, you have everything you could possibly want to win this round too. You've been taking the last 4 rounds straight, like you said, very streaky in this game, and it proves true if you look at the scoreboard. If you're Orgless, you have to depend on someone hitting some crazy shots, some nutty shots, just to pull it into overtime. But I don't see OC really missing too much here, and Modem as well. They're basically on fire. This is NBA Jam. Their guns would be blazing.
What's helped them out quite significantly? An aggressive push though from Floppy. Net a trade. Bomb in the meantime, still in the spawn, still undecided of where they're going to be going. It looks like the call is towards the B site. However, the CT seem prepared for this. Sabrosa, however, is going to get the opener. Quick trade back once again. Infinite with a wonderful one tap. And now the remainder, boys in blue, trying to hold on. They're not quite going to be able to do it. OT is looking likely now. Jason, OC has been as you said, on fire over the last few rounds, but this is a massive ask. He's got a player below him as well. To clear the 2 players on site after killing this man would be nigh on impossible. He waits for the peak, takes a hell of a lot of damage, and in the end, Orgless are going to push this over the limit. It's been, as I said, a back and forward game, but eventually it was Infinite to help them close out that round. Now we get to see if Orgless can take this over the line and get themselves the 2-0, or Cloud9 are going to be taking us to our 3rd and final map.
I've never seen teams ready as quickly as they just did, as both of them just did, even before the admin was good to go there. They really want to get back into this, and why wouldn't you? Again, if the streaks do prove correct, just that one win alone might get Orgless a few rounds here on the T side, and they definitely struggled on CT side. This was an 8-7 first half in favor of Cloud9. Wonder if Orgless are going to remember what to do on the CT side when they do swap over. OC again, the peak comes through. He turns for the flashbang out on the T side. Gets an early man advantage.
Everyone in the game is now the double digits, which is nice to see. I think that's the main reason that Cloud9 were able to turn this around. Sonic as well with that secondary up on the B site has started to cause problems. Seen a lot more opening picks. The double AWP setup, something that I feel it's really team dependent, especially on Overpass. I don't think that many players enjoy AWPing the B site. Hear a lot of noise being made in towards middle though. They do have a player in the form of Modem deep in long, close to the wall. He's even going to start pushing. The timing could be everything here. FNS spotting for that angle, but doesn't quite see his opponent. And now Modem's position becomes so valuable. He's looking to try and pincer them in from behind. Is anybody going to expect this? The answer looks like no. Free kill for the first. There is eventually a trade, but it's too little too late. Round already done. Cloud9's aggression pays off for them once again. And it's Modem always seeming to be the one that catches Orgless off guard.
31 kills for him. Let's talk about OC though. I know we're talking a lot about Modem, but we got to talk about OC, JT, and Sonic. All 3 of them had less than 10 kills at the end of the first half. OC's on 20. He's almost dead even right now. 19 for JT, 15 for Sonic. I did question, like, are these other guys going to step up? You can't depend on Floppy and Modem to win you these games time in and time out. It seems like they heard the wake-up call here. Again, 3-man stack over towards mid, coming in on the CTs, trying to look for an early pick another time, though I would imagine eventually that's going to be punished on. They will back away. Bill's actually gotten straight out of long where there's no presence at the moment. They're still leaving OC pushed up with AWP. He's got to be careful. One flashbang could ruin his entire day.
They're quite reliant on him as well in this scenario. There's no one else around this side of the map. He's definitely not dedicated into B just yet, but it is looking like they're slowly falling back. Floppy. Well, there we go. Kill straight through the smoke. These are still going to look to rotate in this direction, but again, they've lost that opening duel. It seems to be the story of their life. I think they're trying to boost over to spot anybody on the site, but it's passive now from Cloud9. They're making sure they're not giving up any easy kills. They've been very good at running with this man advantage, and Orgless haven't been able to do too much to get back into these rounds.
$25 seconds left to go. Floppy. I feel like he gets quite a few kills in this position. There's the first. Not going to get Wardell, though, but still going to be a 3-on-4. And to retake this with, or to take it, period, with 15 seconds is going to be so tough. Someone's going to have to get a shot. And there it is. Wardell's going to be the one to do so. 13 seconds now, but Sonic's still there. He's still alive. He's still fighting through. Ousty pushes out of upper. And that's some, I guess, a kill for Modem, but it comes down to the one-on-one now. Infinite up against him. Modem's going to push in. Bomb planted. Gives away his position. Infinite trying to play around the smoke, trying to get away from this as well as he does get behind the pillar. He's got the op in hand. Will Modem expect this? Should be able to hear the scope for now. Switches back to the AK. Trying to keep Modem guessing as he pushes up. 21 HP left. Infinite just trying to stall for time. He's not trying to go for the challenge. Modem's going to have to push him. He does have the kit, but he needs the kill first. And there it is. Infinite will close that out. A very close round. Very hectic as well with about 15 seconds as they make the push in. But Orgless will tie it back up at 16.
I really think Infinite thought his health was a lot lower than it was. Because it looked like he took some spam like through the edge of the wood. And it looked like quite a few bullets hit him. So he picks up the AWP and then goes, oh, actually, I've got like 60 on HP. Let's get that AK back in my hand. We will clutch it out. A very close round in the end. Does mean that we get our buy going into what will be the final round of the first half of OT. Once again, we're seeing aggression, and once again, a lot of an early tag. Modem, he's just gone past.
Wait, what? Sabrosa?
He was just seeing if he could find a second, but I think he realized quite quickly that he was much more likely to sacrifice a teammate than actually find anyone else. JT's gonna lose the battle to Infinite, who started to come alive once again. Maybe at the perfect time. OC, again, the lone defender of this A site. It seems like they're starting to avoid him. The spam through will get a kill. Ye's managed to sneak his way through, and Sonic, he needs to connect the bullet here. He does for a very small amount, but the no scope in return is enough. Puts it back 2v2. OC has been deadly, but they're actually going to watch him fade away in Sub-Rosa. It looked like that bullet almost missed. It was so quick. And Sonic now 13 HP. It's not been his best game, but he has been slowly coming back. Molotov will hold him a little bit further. He can't even really afford to clip this. Making me uneasy how close he's getting. Has got a kit. Killer flashbang, a smoke would be a dream at this point, although the fact is he basically needs the 2 kills. I don't think there's going to be much of a chance without them. Sub-Rose are just going to sneak around the corner. 17-16, Orgless take 2 rounds, and well, that means they need 2 more. Cloud9, if they want to take it this overtime, they need a flawless T side.
I actually don't know how Sabrosa hit that shot, by the way. I watched it as well, and it looked like there was nothing there. He must have caught just the very top of the scalp. I'm still so surprised. I think that was Ye who pushed short, just without making a sound. He catches Floppy trying to spam through the wood, and if he gets that kill a little bit quicker, that would have been even bigger of an advantage, but still able to get that kill without Sonic noticing him. Now, Orgless, they struggled on the CT side up against Cloud9. It was so one-sided in the beginning. It took them, what, like 7 rounds, 6 rounds to win one for Orgless, to figure out what to do, and they've invested into the double op. So if they lose this round, they won't be able to go back into it again. So crucial for them to have a strong start here and put themselves 1 round away from winning the series.
See if Cloud9 can go back to the early stages. Of course, once the money was there, once the buys started rolling, it didn't work out. Sonic, however, is going to combine with his team, but it's still just a 2-for-2 trade. Infinite, aggressive here. The spam through does so much damage onto OC, but he will survive. So the AWPer looking to continue to go strong. Infinite is still here, but he'll go down. FNS needs to trade these back, and he gets absolutely nothing. And now, Ye, I think this just has to be a save. It's not what you want to see in overtime, but of course, it is 10k MR3. You don't get anywhere near as much money to play with without this AWP. Well, they might not even have the double AWP setup going into the next round. The T's, however, they can hunt this down.
I don't know if you saw the match earlier with Movistar Riders up against Mouse Sports, but when they hit overtime on Trame, instead of going for the double op setup, Mouse Sports had, I don't know if this was intentional, but Chris J only bought a Deagle first round of overtime.
Definitely
that was interesting. Because obviously you're not going to be able to buy it up again if you lose it, so at least EA will keep 1 op alive, so probably going to go back into it another time. Sabrosa, buy that one over. Yeah, I mean, they tried getting aggressive towards toilets, right? They had like a decent position, but the problem is like the crossfire they ended up having onto the player inside of toilets, just like there's nothing you can do from there. And then of course, Infinite trying to hold on towards the back of Truck, but he gets peeked at the exact same time by 2 players. Not going to be able to win that trade unless he gets the first kill. And then FNS goes for the same thing, and he loses the 1v1. But not as much mid presence out of Orgless like we saw Cloud9. I mean, time and time again, OC went for that initial pick, and I'd say more often than not, it was successful.
Yeah, well, Dell seems to either hold towards long or from the back of the toilets. I think it's more just because it was their passive rounds that worked for them, and also when they get aggressive, the rotations to the B site become a bit of an issue. They're a bit longer. And that's one of the main things that Cloud9 had within their arsenal, were the rushes in towards that B site. Their T side at the beginning of this half was, or beginning of the game, I suppose, was phenomenal. Last round was definitely closer than it might suggest. Looks like they're going to go back to the bread and butter. The B site, FNS, close, yay, with the AWP. You don't have that much support. They've almost heavily stacked the A side. It's going to be a fast push in. Sonic looking to lead away. FNS is going to be able to get one. He needs a little bit more and isn't going to find it. Infinite rushing through, trying to find something. The spam doesn't do anywhere near enough damage, and the CT side are once again in an awkward position. Do they risk this?
No grenades, though. They have one flashbang, which works out, but doesn't seem to work too well on the floppy. And now they lose 2 players. Cloud9, 4 against 1. Sabros is going to have to save, but he can't even cross away from heaven. He's got to wait for that bomb to almost explode to hope that the T's rotate off of it. And they're actually going to be charging straight into him. There's a chance for him to actually make some money here. A couple of kills. If they round the corner at the right time, he actually gets caught looking the wrong way. Floppy gets the kill, and now Cloud9 1 round away from taking us over to a 3rd map.
Man, I thought Floppy was going to use the dual Berettas as a secondary, but no. Just a misclick. It's good to see that he's come back on the T side as well. Like, that was where he really was shining bright, and reason, at least in terms of points, he is right at the top of the board. 32 kills, a triple in that round, and, well, this is what happens with 10k MR3. You do run out of money if you lose the first couple of rounds. There's still the economic punish. Although I do seem to remember that when I used to cast a lot of these sort of overtimes, somehow the CT side would make these rounds work. And it would always be infuriating, because at that point you almost be like, well, you really don't deserve it after losing the first 2 and getting reset. But then they just managed to style it out. Players around the connector, there's definite possibilities to run through. Floppy looking to clean it up once again. It's going to be him and Modem, this deadly duo that continues on the T side. Wardell and Ye. Been a valiant effort. Needs to be much more than that if they're going to have a chance. Wardell does hit one, but Sonic's so quick on the trade, and now Ye left alone. 1 versus 3. He's quick on the flank, but you already know where he's coming from.
He almost had a window of time there. If he gets up that connector a little bit quicker, he could have killed the bomb. Still, he's got Sonic not even looking towards him, so playing this smart. That trigger discipline coming through. He's going to have to eventually kill him off, though. Sonic's just backing into him, and now the window is going to start to close. Flashbang being thrown over the top. 2 players left to find. As long as they peek this correctly, I don't see him being able to pull this off. He has no smoke. He has to get both these kills, the bombs taken away, and he has to hope they peek him 1 by 1, which I don't think Cloud9 are going to have happen. Their counter flash comes in. He does get the first kill, but now he has to find JT. The bomb taken, though, it might have gone too far past. JT just trying to stay alive as he hears Ye charging straight into him. And Cloud9 will do it. We'll be seeing that 3rd map at 19-17. We're going to Inferno.